what you just saw happen with Colombia and President Trump, where he threatened tariffs, seems to have negotiated some kind of deal, and then he promised tariffs, and then that tariff threat came off. Did you learn anything, or did the cabinet learn anything about how Trump is wielding this tariff threat right now?
For us, we're looking at what is our approach, which is basically preventing tariffs and also making sure that we're ready. And we know that President Trump is using tariffs as a way to put pressure on countries. That's what he's doing, and that will continue. Meanwhile, we have leverage. We have also different levers. We are the biggest customer to the U.S. We are the biggest customer in 36 countries, 36 states within the U.S. So there are lots of allies in the U.S. and also in Washington, and that's why we're doing the work, to make sure that ultimately we're able to get to a win-win situation. That's why we're addressing the concerns regarding the border, which is really important, and that we should never forget that this is a priority. It is a priority for us because we believe that we have to stop any form of illegal guns coming from the U.S. and also any form of irregular migration coming from the U.S. And meanwhile, we'll continue to do the work on making sure that ultimately facts prevail, particularly when it comes to the fact that the U.S. has a trade surplus with Canada when we exclude energy exports from Canada.
So Canada is willing to begin early renegotiation of CUSMA? Canada is willing to begin early renegotiation of CUSMA?
I didn't mention that. What I said is that the executive order already specifies that there is a process that prepares for eventually that renegotiation, which is set in 2026. So it's just my job, meanwhile, is to make sure that we have a good trade relationship, and we will be ready because at the end of the day, facts prevail, may be on the question of the overall trade relationship, which is through the free trade agreement, but also on preventing tariffs.
Just to clarify, are you open to reviewing this or in renegotiating it earlier, in 2025 instead of 2026? Are you open? What is the Government of Canada's position on that question?
What we learned about the CUSMA negotiation at the time was it is important to have process in place. We now have a process. The process is through the executive order, and we'll participate in that process. Thank you.
What are they looking for?